Examine the harsh conditions and staggering mortality rates on sugar plantations in the Caribbean and Americas, where enslaved workers were forced to labor in brutal conditions, leading to the deaths of millions. Between 1492 and 1820, over 12 million enslaved Africans were forcibly brought to the Americas to work on sugar plantations. Sugar plantations were notorious for their brutal conditions, with workers facing physical abuse, malnutrition, and disease. In Barbados, a sugar-producing island, the average life expectancy of an enslaved worker was just 7 years in the 17th century. Sugar production was so lucrative that it fueled the transatlantic slave trade, with European powers competing for control. Discover how Millie Bobby Brown's dance training helped her land the role of 11 in Stranger Things, and watch her perform an epic dance routine. Millie Bobby Brown started dancing at age 8, training in various styles including ballet and hip-hop. She moved to Los Angeles at 9 to pursue acting and dance, attending the Professional Performing Arts School. Brown's dance background helped her land the role of 11 in Stranger Things, showcasing her physicality. Her dance training allowed her to perform complex scenes and stunts in the show with ease. Millie Bobby Brown has showcased her dance skills in various Stranger Things scenes, impressing fans worldwide. She has also performed dance routines on stage, demonstrating her versatility as a performer. If insects were to compete in the Olympics, which ones would take home the gold in weightlifting? Insects are incredibly strong, with some species lifting up to 850 times their own body weight. The trapjaw ant can snap its jaws shut at 145 miles per hour, generating massive force. The leafcutter ant is a top contender, lifting pieces of leaf up to 50 times its own body weight. The dung beetle can pull a load of dung up to 1,141 times its own body weight, a record-breaking feat. Some species of ants can even work together to lift objects several times their own collective weight. If humans had the same strength proportionally, we could lift a small car with ease. Step into the Victorian era, where sugar became a status symbol, and the wealthy indulged in extravagant sugar displays, fueling a cultural phenomenon that shaped British society and cuisine. During the Victorian era, sugar was a rare and expensive luxury only the wealthy could afford. The Industrial Revolution made mass-producing sugar possible, increasing availability and fueling British obsession. Sugar sculptures, called sugar plate, became a status symbol, showcasing hosts' wealth and hospitality. Afternoon tea, popularized by Queen Victoria, featured extravagant sugar displays and became a social phenomenon. The working class's newfound access to sugar led to a significant increase in sugar consumption and dental problems. At just 12 years and 7 months old, American chess prodigy Ramesh Babu Pragnananda became the youngest international master in history, beating the record set by his compatriot Gukesh D. Ramesh Babu Pragnananda is an American chess prodigy of Indian origin. He became the youngest international master in history at 12 years and 7 months old. Pragnananda broke the record previously set by his compatriot Gukesh D. He achieved this feat through intense practice and natural talent. Pragnananda's achievement has inspired a new generation of young chess players. He continues to dominate the chess world at a remarkably young age. In 2007, Chinese Judge D, a prominent figure in Qing Dynasty China, mysteriously vanished while walking home, leaving behind only rumors and speculation. Judge D was a renowned magistrate in Qing Dynasty China, known for his fairness and wisdom. In 2007, Judge D mysteriously disappeared while walking home from a meeting at night. He was 60 years old when he vanished, leaving behind a wife and children. Despite being a high-profile figure, no ransom demands or foul play were reported. The investigation found no signs of struggle or evidence of forced disappearance. To this day, Judge D's fate remains a mystery, sparking numerous speculations and rumors. The age-old adage, "calories in, calories out," suggests that weight loss is as simple as math. But is it really that easy? The calories in, calories out concept was first introduced in the 19th century by scientist Wilbur Atwater. The human body has a natural weight range, known as the at point, which affects weight loss efforts. Hormones like insulin and leptin play a crucial role in regulating hunger, metabolism, and weight loss. The thermic effect of food, or TEF, accounts for 10–15% of daily energy expenditure, varying by food type. Research suggests that the quality of calories consumed has a significant impact on weight loss and overall health. A 2019 study found that individual calorie needs can vary by up to 20% due to genetic differences. Did you know that Disney's Aladdin was inspired by the true story of a young man named Abdul Rashid, who stole a princess's necklace? The real-life Aladdin was Abdul Qasim Ismail Faruqi, an 18th century thief from Syria. He was known for stealing from wealthy merchants and nobles, not just for personal gain. Abdul's exploits were documented in 18th century French writer Antoine Galen's diaries. Galen's writings were later translated and adapted into the famous 1001 Nights tales. The story of Aladdin was not part of the original 1001 Nights, but was added later. Disney's Aladdin was ultimately inspired by Galen's adaptation of Abdul's story, not the original folklore. In 1948, the British South American Airways DC-3 Star Tiger disappeared while flying from Puerto Rico to Miami with 31 people on board, despite extensive searches. On the 30th of January 1948, the Star Tiger, a British South American Airways DC-3, took off from Puerto Rico. The plane was carrying 31 people, including passengers and crew, on a routine flight to Miami. After departing, the Star Tiger sent a routine radio message, but all contact was lost shortly after. Despite extensive searches by the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard, no wreckage or bodies were ever found. Theories abound, but the cause of the disappearance remains a mystery to this day. The Star Tiger's vanishing remains one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time, still unsolved. Explore the early days of video games and learn about the innovative artists and designers who created some of the first iconic games, such as Shigeru Miyamoto's Donkey Kong and Will Wright's SimCity. The video game industry was born in the 1970 seconds with simple games like Pong and Space Invaders. Shigeru Miyamoto's Donkey Kong, 1981, introduced Jumpman, later known as Mario, to the world. Will Wright's SimCity, 1989, revolutionized simulation games, allowing players to build and manage cities. The first home console, Magnavox Odyssey, 1972, brought gaming into living rooms worldwide. Pioneers like Atari's Nolan Bushnell and Miyamoto inspired a generation of game designers and artists.